Welcome to the 2029 MLB season. Preseason predictions, not kind to the Tigers, 78 and 84. A bit surprising to see. Our offense is supposed to be really good, hit a whole bunch of home runs. The pitching, they don't feel too good about. You can see this 4.29 ERA is kind of middle of the road. We don't have any pitchers in the top pitchers. Luke Leto and Justin Henry Malloy predicted to continue to do their things, but the Guardians and the Brewers apparently supposed to pace the division, and we're going to be way behind. Whatever. Pirates and Red Sox and Mets in the Lacey division. And then over here, the Braves predicted to win the Bankhead division. The A's predicted to win the Robinson division. Go A's. They signed Kyle Tucker and Alex Bregman, both of whom are about league average hitters at this point in their career, but the A's are going to try to make a run of it. Look at this stud. Look at these guys. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. The A's are good, baby. The A's are good. They've got Curiel, too. Some of you wanted me to pick him over Connor Griffin, which maybe I should have done. Here he is in the majors putting up massive amounts of WAR, and Griffin's still in the minors. So we've got a couple concerning injuries. Well, troubling. They suck. Riley Green, strained MCL. He's going to miss the first 1 to 2 weeks. Espino, forearm inflammation, is missed the first week. So, that throws a wrench in things. On top of that, Chase Dolander, the shoulder injury is concerning us still. He has lost some velocity. He's lost some more movement. He's lost some more stuff. Now, he did pitch 18 innings in spring training and only gave up 1 run, but concerning times here for Chase Dolander. And the rest of our rotation goes Jackson Jobe, Ryan Wentz, and then Victor will be in the rotation. He had a good spring, and Tanner Houck had a good spring too. Brandon Barreria, the favorite, just had a terrible spring. So, you take Espino and Thompson out of this rotation, who are our 2 best starters last year. Espino hurt, Thompson traded for Gunnar Henderson, and suddenly this rotation does look kind of suspect. I will give it that. It's a little suspect. Then the bullpen, we've got Montes de Oca, Lang, Moran, Vasquez, Blue Ball, grow up guys, Charles, Brash, and Barreria. None of these guys are too new to you, I don't think. Charles, it's his first time on the Major League roster. Blue Ball spent some of the roster time up last year on the roster, but we all still need to grow up. And let's see, who made the team? Aliendo, Wolkow. We're going to call him George. We're going to call him Wolkow. We're going to call him Wolko. We're going to do a bunch of things with his name. Henderson, Leto, Made, Pacheco will play against righties in left field until Green's back. Against lefties, it'll be Connor Trice. His name's Connor, right? Carter Trice. Blaze, Malloy, Delandry, no big changes there. On this side of things, we've got the same thing except Trice is in. Horvath is on the team in place of Green's injury. Basically, our bench is Pacheco/Trice in a platoon in left field, Horvath and Hurley. But that's the gist of the team. That's what we're looking at. So, unfortunately, the preseason prediction did not treat us well. Unfortunately, Espino and Green are hurt. We traded Thompson, and Dolander's looking like he might be having some arm issues. Whoa. Just had a burp unexpectedly. Sorry about that. Our farm system is the worst in the majors. Human and Divorcee, 2 guys we drafted last year, are in the top 200. Daryl Dent just took a step forward here for us, our 3rd-round pick from 2026. After putting up 3 WAR in AA, he then came into spring training, added velocity, added stuff went from 45 to 55, potential went from 50 to 60, control went from 30 to 35. You love to see it. He added a circle change. A big step forward for him. I don't know if the circle change is really usable, but a big step forward for Daryl Dent. Look, this team is getting expensive. We might regret these contracts, but we're going to have fun while we do it. We haven't signed Luke Leto yet. I don't know what's going to happen with that. I don't know. I want to keep him. I'm obviously going to keep him, but he just hasn't come around yet on my offers. But he's got 2 more years until we need to sign him. I'd like to do that at some point this season. We'll talk to Luke. We'll hopefully figure it out. But that is your opening day Detroit Tigers facing adversity with the injuries and the preseason predictions. Yeah, let's call it adversity. Let's call it adversity, and let's call it the Detroit Tigers are coming for you in 2029. They're going to surprise everybody. Let's go win the division, eh? All right, it's June 1st. We're proving all those preseason prognosticators are wrong. We're 43-13. We've got the best record in baseball. We're playing .768 ball. Tommy DeLandry's hitting .323. Luke Leto has 24 home runs and 59 RBI. Leto is second in the league in hitter WAR. Jackson Jobe has 8 wins. Montes de Oca pacing the league with 20 saves. Things are good, man. You know, we're +5 our Pythagorean, but we deserve that after last year's debacle. We're 26-3 at home. Very 2023 Raysian of us. And things are good, man. You know, we've had some injuries. We've had some injuries for sure, but Luke Leto is a 206 WRC+. Carter Trice has a 175 WRC+. He has stepped in because Gunnar Henderson has missed significant time due to injury. If you remember, Trice last year was up with us in a part-time role, put up a 135 WRC+. This is our 9th round pick from 2023. Look, this is the greatest draft class in the history of the major leagues. Leto was our 6th round pick. Trice was our 9th round pick. DeLandry was our 16th round pick. Wentz was our 19th round pick. Or no, Wentz was the next year. Sorry. Okay. Dollander was picked that year. It just doesn't get any better. All right, Kevin Made coming out of the gate strong. You got Tommy DeLandry with a 159 WRC+. Here we got Justin Henry Malloy on pace for 4.4 WAR. I think maybe his fielding out in right field is hurting his WAR a little bit, but WRC+ wise, still looking great. Riley Green was hurt, but he's back and he's doing things now. He's fragile. That's a little concerning since we are paying him $41 million the next 2 years. George Wilcow has picked it up after an early season swoon. He's saved his job so far, but he's not like blowing the doors off like he was early in the season. Mac Horvath in a limited role saying, look, I want to be a full-time Major League player. Please don't send me down. Pablo Aliendo is a defensive first catcher doing defensive first things. Pacheco is back up with the Henderson injury and doing things. He was sent down earlier in the year, but he's come up hot. Bailey is doing fine as a backup catcher. Christian Pache is up because Blaise is on the IL. He's only been up for a week, but he's doing defensive wizardly things already. Jack Hurley, just a miserable start to his season. He's going to lose his job really soon if he's not careful. Espino is back. He's got a .89 ERA in 30 and a third inning. Jackson Jobe, solid. Ryan Wentz had a terrible run of starts, but he's had 3 good ones in a row now. You can see he's brought his ERA down from 8.78 to 7.09. It was even worse than that at one point. It was in double digits. Matt Brash is in the rotation with the injury to Chase Dollander. He has a shoulder inflammation problem, but he's on rehab. He should be back soon. Victor has struggled, but he'll be okay. He's our 5th starter, and I think he's probably going to get pushed out of the rotation here soon. Montes de Oca, Alex Lang, a .44 ERA. Moran has struggled, but is getting back on track. Blue Ball, grow up, guys. He's got a 1.79 ERA. Charles has struggled a little bit. Houck has been fine. Roldan is up, one of our better pitching prospects, 13 and 2/3 innings at 3.95 ERA. Brandon Barreria, after a rough start, has really gotten it on track, and I think he should probably go in the rotation for Victor at this point. And then when Dollander comes back, we move Brash out of the rotation because his arm in the bullpen is just really a nice thing for us. So you can see Dollander, has he made he's made 2 rehab starts, so it's time to call him back up. Blaise is out another 3 weeks. Andrew Vasquez has missed 2 months, and he's about to miss another 2 more with a torn tricep. Gunnar fractured his rib, and originally he was out for, I think it was 6 weeks, and then he had a setback, and it was going to be another 6 to 7 weeks until he returned. So he's only had 55 plate appearances, and he was doing fine. But, yeah, so he's on the IL. And we'll see what happens there when he comes back in terms of who's going to lose playing time, because right now everybody's playing so well. Obviously Gunner's going to be in the lineup, but who's going to lose playing time in this lineup, man? I don't know. I guess Wilcow. Maybe we'll put Riley Green in center if we have to make room for somebody, because I'm not convinced he's really that much worse than Blaise in center field, and he's got a better bat. But we'll figure all that out. When the time comes. We'll wait a couple days to call up Dollander because he's tired right now. We don't need to call him up when he's tired. And we've got the draft coming up in just a week from now. So why don't we go ahead and jump forward to there. But your Tigers are living well. They're living large. They're doing things. There is no Luke Leto extension yet. His demands keep going up. I offered him what he wanted. I gave him an offer that was what he was asking for. And he said, sounds good. Let me get back to you. And he got back to me and said it wasn't good enough. Oh, my God. So now he's gone up to wanting $70 million. I offered him $40 million per season for these free agent years when he wanted it. You know, how do you keep a player who wants $60 million, right? Like, I mean, how do you do that? I don't know. I don't really know. Oh, wait, that's not what I wanted. I wanted financial info, salary. So Rutschman is the highest paid at $49.5. Then we've got Green. We've got 3 players over 40. I will be honest with you. I can't remember if I shared this earlier in the sim, but Rutschman signed for, he was making like upper 60s per year. And it was like 1 year at $49.5 and a bunch of years like $65 million per year. And this is what the salary landscape was at that time. The Green deal wasn't signed yet. But I bumped it all down to $49.5 because I thought it was absurd. I won't do it for myself. I won't do it to keep Luke Leto. But obviously, if he's going to want $60 million per year, I don't really know how you get around that. I don't really know how you deal with that. I mean, Carter's was one of the better young players in the game. He's kind of tailed off since he signed this huge deal, but he's making $45 million per year, right? And Leto wants 60. So I don't know what's going to happen with that. It might be a bit until we figure all that out. But let's get forward to the draft. Let's pick some future Tigers, and let's try to have a draft class as good as the 2023 draft class. That's what I'm going for every year. To the 2029 draft we go. We're picking 29th overall. Marlins are first. They jumped up from 6th. Good for them. They are predicted to take Pete Cockrell first overall, looking like a potentially awesome college ball. But man, this like contact and power and avoid K, they're like how low they are compared to their potential for a 22-year-old. I'd be really skeptical of that. This guy's next. See, he's 18 and he's like as developed as a 22-year-old in some of those things. Oh yeah, I mean, if you're gonna take a first base college bat, you're going Dan Wright all the way over Cockrell for sure. David Lovera, good-looking player. Josh Burrell, good-looking player. Oh, all these first basemen projected to go early. Do it. Take them all. So there are, guys like, I don't know, who's Randy Bacon. Don't love his work ethic or intelligence, but I love his name. All right, so let's see if they take Dan Wright first. Don't take Pete Cockrell. They took Cockrell. And then Burrell. That's a good pick. Burrell goes second. Jorge Banda. Oh, that's a great pick. Where was Banda predicted to go? 10th to the Red Sox. Love that pick by the Cubs. That was the Cubs, right? Yeah. Let's finish out the top 5. Gallahan. Mike Bull Gallahan. That's a good-looking high school player. Heck yeah. Do it. Auto draft for Chicago. Let's do one more. Vandenack goes. All right. So we'll go to our pick. Let's get our filters in order here. And Randy Bacon is still out there. Nate Bemis, who we would call Beavis the whole time. Wow, we've got an 80. That's a good-looking player right there, Bobby Reich. Or Rich. Got a 65 outfield range here. Man, some good-looking players here, guys. Let's look at the pitchers real quick, too. All pitchers, draft pitchers, blah, blah, blah. Wow, look how developed this guy's pitches are already for a high school pitcher. The rest isn't as pretty, but another decent-looking high school pitcher only has 2 pitches. Ooh, rough. Wow, look at this guy. That slider's good enough to be his 3rd pitch. I don't think that changeup is going to come along. I wouldn't count on it, but I don't hate that pick right there. Especially for a team like us who's going to need some cheap arms coming soon. All right, let's see who our scout recommends. Randy Bacon. I don't really want this guy. No, thank you. I pass. What if I said I want a starter? Dotson. The high school pitcher. Got it. That makes some sense. I think he's a good-looking pitcher. I know I normally stay away from high school arms in the first round, but at 29th, I'd consider it. There's not like a bat here who's like overwhelming. Who's this two-way player? Well, I don't know if he's going to develop a third pitch. He's a high schooler. He's a good-looking player. He's a good-looking player for sure, but I'm not going to draft him based off the fact that he's a two-way. Bobby Knoll here. Good work ethic, good intelligence. His arm is a noodle. Do we have anybody who's like ripping it up? So here's a 60 overall. Ooh, I don't mind this guy. 18 years old. The 70 range, you never mind. Luis Tovar. I can't do that power. Can't do that 25 power at this point in the draft. Luis Weiss, though, I kind of like this guy. Kind of like him. He's a stud defensively. He's got a good bat that's already starting to develop for an 18-year-old. I don't know that I can take him here. Who's our top power bat? So Randy Bacon, Bemis, of course. He's a righty. I like that about him. Escobedo is the two-way player. I don't really like his personality. Here's a catcher. Who's this impossible guy? Yeah, I think I prefer Bemis to Bacon. I mean, he's clearly not a center fielder, but he's got the much better eye and much better avoid K. Not quite as good on the contact. What's their defensive situation? So he can basically play third base, and Bemis can basically play corner outfield. You know, guys, with our team getting a lot more expensive, I am kind of tempted here. This is a reliever, right? Yeah, no, we're not going him. I am kind of tempted here to draft this guy, Nick Bridenstine. His slider, he's already got the 3 pitches. He's okay. He's not going to start there. Maybe, well, I'm surprised he's not starting higher. I might be able to get him in the second round. I think that's totally plausible, but I don't know that I want to. OSA is even higher on him. You know, I don't know that I want to reach on. It's not a reach. I shouldn't say reach. I kind of want to reach for this guy instead of doing a college bat. He wants over slot, which that's fine. I can deal with that. I'm going to draft this guy because I think he could develop and be in the majors within like 2 years, and we kind of need that. We need some more arms on the way. I know in our trade deadline episode last year when we traded Ketel Marte, I talked about all the arms that we have that are coming, but only so many of those guys are going to pan out. You could always, you know, if you drafted this guy as a high school player and then he developed into this by the time he was 21, I think you're pretty happy about that. I do. He's gotten a bit, but he's throws. Yeah, ceiling as a number 1 starter. Yeah, let's draft him. I'm drafting him. Let's go to our next pick. Let's see if any of those batters fell. Oh, wait, that's not that. Oh, Bemis is still out there. Bemis is still out there. That's great to see. I think I'll probably just pick him. Let's not overthink this too much. There's no guy with like insane range high up. Well, here's a guy with this. Oh, Weiss is still out there. Yeah, I'm gonna go Bemis and then hope that Weiss is there the next time around. I don't think he will be, but we can dream. No, Weiss is gone. Yeah, he's gone. All right, that's okay. Who's our scouting director recommend now? Josh Schwind. Yeah, I mean that bat is. I mean, he's already got the contact and avoid Ks that are starting to develop. Nothing's at a 20. I mean, yeah, he's an 18-year-old who might be in A-ball by the end of the year. Now, he doesn't have a defensive home, right? He's a first base DH, but he's a switch hitter. Yeah, let's draft Josh Schwind. I think I like this pick. Now, we've got some other good players here. Like, that's a tempting bat. but none of these guys are like awesome defensively. Yeah, we're going to go Josh Schwind. I agree, Mr. Scout, with that selection. Here's a high school starting pitcher who has 2 pitches and probably won't develop the other one. Who's this guy? Oh, he's an impossible signing. Got it. Good looking bats. Let's look at the college arms real quick. See if there are some more guys that could kind of like accelerate their way through our system. Oof, that control. I don't know, man. Yeah. I mean, this could be a good reliever in pretty short time. Like, that guy could probably go straight to double A. I'd probably start him in high A. I don't think any of these guys are going to be starters. But you know what? This is much earlier than I normally look for, like, relief arms. But again, you know, I'm just trying to stockpile a bunch of arms that could reach the majors fairly quickly because our team is getting expensive. Yeah, I think we're gonna wait on these guys. We're gonna wait. We're not gonna reach for that just yet. Do we have any like defensive wizards out here, or also decent looking players? That 70 range, that's not a terrible player for having a 70 range at this range and at this point in the draft. Yeah, I think Luis Tovar, I think I'll pull the trigger here on him with the 70 range, the high intelligence. Let's go with Luis Tovar. Josh Newcomer. I hate how low his power potential is. I want mashers, guys. This guy's still out there? Yeah, I'm going with this guy, the 70 overall. The Snake Kaiser. Oh boy, what's happening? Is the game about to crash? No. Okay. Ooh. We did just get a save July 1st. Or June 1st. Let's go ahead and save here real quick. That like circle of death there for a second had me worried. But we'll save real quick and get this. I'm pretty happy with how this draft is going. I like how... Why is this like stuck? I'm worried that the game is about to crash or something. I don't know what's going on here. Does not normally take this long to save. I like that college arm we got. I like all the guys we've gotten so far. And, you know, it might not be a 2023 draft class. This is taking forever. I'm not quite sure what's happening right now. I'm still not convinced we're not going to get a crash here. Okay, whatever. So he wants me to take Kaiser. It's not a bad arm, but I don't like his 2 pitches. There's a catcher who's a leader, work ethic, intelligence. Let's go Steve Bass. He's not a great defensive catcher, but I like everything about his personality. So Art Harris here, second baseman. Yeah, I don't mind that, but let's look at pitchers, high school pitchers. I think, you know, a lot of these guys are going to start to be gone. That's a fun guy. Oh, wait, I'm on high school. Sorry. I want college. Thank you. Tony Peters. Not a great looking dude. Yeah, this is the kind of guy we want. Josh Rittenhouse. Another arm. So let's draft a couple more rounds here. Art Harris. Yeah, whatever. What the heck. Let's draft Art Harris. My scout wants him. Alden Roosh. No, I'm going to overrule that. I don't really want him. Here's a high work ethic reliever. What kind of stuff potential? Do we have like any like really good looking guys out here? Not stuff wise. Movement. Yeah, there's not a lot of college pitchers left that I'm like jonesing for here. Who's our best power bat left? Butch Buchanan. He wants well over slot. Alden Rouge. I don't know. I don't really like him. Like, I think I prefer this. Well, no, I don't like that catcher's personality. Let's do this guy. Let's do Chris Arnold. Let's do one more pick here. Jim Mantisa. Look, sure, Scott, I'm going to give you a win here. I don't love it, but it's a 10th round pick, and you want him, so we're going to do it. So it's June 8th. We're 46-16. Luke Leto lighting the league on fire and asking for $60 million per year. We'll go ahead and wrap this draft up, and this is going to be the end of the episode, but next time we'll be back with the trade deadline and see what the Tigers are doing to try to bring another World Series back to Detroit, Michigan. Thanks for watching. Bye.